Okay, I think I'm back up live again. Just let me know in the comments, guys. Why can't I pick up the same stream? Okay. There, this should be it. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let me just share out this link quickly with the rest of the guys and the groups. Just gonna share this link with everybody. So I'll be with you guys now. 1 second. Righty. Okay, so obviously we've been strong bullish, guys. You can see we've had no real sweep of these lows here. So this was pre-London. I would have wanted to have seen these lows being taken. However, we did not, and we created a higher low. So Asian lows were taken. London down here, 3 o'clock. Well, 3 o'clock was here, so that remained untaken. So pre-London, untaken. Previous day's high, you can see I marked out there. So we're currently trading above. Two areas of interest to me right now. Well, the first one being this one. We've got a fair value gap sitting up here, coupled with an order block sitting here. So you've got the 5-minute order block and the fair value gap that sits within the same area. I'm expecting price to pull into that area, and the reason being is we've got some liquidity that's now being built up along here. So we should see a sweep of that liquidity and potentially respect down here. Should we not see that, then this low will be taken and you've got another FVG down here. So price is strong bullish. I don't want to fight it at this point. I'm gonna actually wait until I see a sweep and then a shift on the lower time frames. But looking at it currently, yeah, that's definitely looking like a move. I don't want to sell because obviously, you know, Trump has taken office. It's been a crazy bullish week. As you can see on the RTH, we've been gapping up pretty much every day so far. If you look at the RTH, you see yesterday market open gap was over one. There was like 2,000 pips of a gap up. And then we had another gap up the previous day. This was from Friday to Monday, or Friday to Tuesday. Remember, Monday was no. This was last week. From Thursday to Friday. This was Friday to Tuesday, which was yesterday, because Monday was no trading activity. But you can clearly see that the market has been gapping up for the last many days. So obviously very strong bullish momentum, guys. We do not fight it, so we're going to have to wait for a convincing entry. And obviously it would be a higher risk entry. So even if I have to sit on my hands today, I'm going to sit on my hands until I see something convincing within area 1, area 2, or possibly ideally running either this low, which was formed on the 1 minute time frame before market closed yesterday. So either that low or this low down here being taken. So I am waiting. I just want to see what happens currently. Any questions? Any questions? So like I said, we need to see a shift either here in this area, or we need to see the shift lower down, depending on which set of liquidity price is reaching for. We have built up some liquidity here with these higher lows forming, so very possible that we can react off the first FEG. Okay, because these were sweeps of London lows. 1, 2, that was a sweep of that low. We pushed up, rallied up. So potentially we see a bounce from 44,300 area, and that would take us up again another 1,500 pips up. Afternoon, is there a difference between the normal US30 and EME, micro E-mini chart? Absolutely, man. So on the micro E-mini chart, it is the actual futures contract chart. It is as price is at Wall Street, at Dow Jones. That's basically the price chart. When you look at, for example, a chart like if you go to Oanda, or you see all these other charts here. There's Oanda, you get TVC, Crypto, Cap, Capital.com. When you look at charts like that, those are broker pricing charts. So that's basically from the broker issuing you price. It's not the actual price actually occurring, which is why you do not see the regular trading hours on the Oanda chart or on any of the other charts. So that's why I use this chart and only this chart, guys. Guys, just give me a few minutes. I just want to I'm going to still hang on here. I'm going to set up my camera quickly so that I can connect it. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, let's see if this works here. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to connect this one up here and transfer it off from here. Okay, let's do that. Let's go to OBS. video capture. See, fuck. I need to. Should be better. Alright, there we go. Okay. So, yeah, you can see prices pushing up right now, guys. Not ideal. Okay. Interesting. Thank you for explaining so thoroughly. Yeah, appreciate it, man. No worries. All right. So we obviously waiting for. I'm gonna draw this out. We've got some liquidity resting here. I want to see price sweep, and I want to see the 1 minute at this area shift. Okay, if I don't get that, unfortunately I'm gonna have to sit out. It's all about patience, guys. We don't force trades, we gotta wait for the right conferences. Yeah, yes, there is a potential move up without tapping in here, and yes, it might happen, but if so, I'm happy not to take it because it did not pull back into the areas that I wanted it to draw into. So it's all about sticking to your rules and being disciplined enough to execute your plan, and only your plan. Okay. I'm gonna actually put this order block back here, so we're gonna say refugee, and this one was our okay. Others in the chat, let's bang it today again. I'm just going to move the chat actually. Okay, so Azar says, let's bang it again today. Absolutely, we're going to try, but we're also going to be disciplined and wait for a cleaner entry or a more confirmed one. Mohammed Payat says, camera is upside down, bro. Is the camera fine on your end, guys? Sorry, I'm still new to this. I've been trying to set all this up. Just bear with me. It'll take us a couple of streams to get it right. What's your reasoning for trading almost every day as opposed to only on ideal days, would you say? I'm not sure what you mean, Dale Stockers. What's your reasoning for trading almost every day? I mean, I trade whenever there's a setup. If a setup presents, I will take a trade. Yeah. Okay, so the camera's back up normal again. Perfect. All right. Let's see what happens. What's the time now? 15:47. We still got some time, guys. So we still have some time. Let's hope we get that pullback for the New York Open. That is a big pullback. Looking at it now, it's quite a significant pullback. It's going to be about 900 pips almost, or 600 pips. 600 to 900 pips of a pullback. I'm hoping we get it. If we do, then we will look to enter something. If not, then we're gonna have to be content with missing out on the move, and it is what it is. Okay, what else? Let's check. Anybody holding XRP-ish? See, it's pulled back again. Not ideal. I've been holding some XRP. Not giving us the breakout. Let's see what happens. Okay. Gold is looking good, guys. Gold looks promising. Let's check Nasdaq, guys. Let's check Nasdaq. So Nasdaq, I saw yesterday moved a bit slower than US 30 yesterday. Our next target on NAS is up here. So we're looking at 22,120 area, and then obviously back at the all-time highs, which was up here. 22,400 area. So definitely are going to reach for one of those areas. Just watch carefully for that. Let's look at the 15. I don't like trading, guys, when the market is too cluttered. This to me is, I don't know, it's slowly creeping up, but these candlesticks are too close to each other. A lot of consolidation within those smaller time frame candles. Can you see, like on the 5 minute, it's just trickling up basically, slowly. So I wouldn't really get involved in Nasdaq. Let's look at the 1 hour on US 30. So someone in the comments here says, if you are anticipating a pullback, then why doesn't one go in with a sell until price is in our area to buy? Because that's not part of the plan, guys. If the market is bullish and you're expecting a buy setup, or you're waiting for a buy setup, why would you try selling to that buy area? There's no certainty that price is going to draw back into that area that you've marked out. A point of interest is just a point of interest for you to wait for. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to wait for price to reach your point of interest in order to tick one of the boxes on your checklist for your trade. You can't just start selling to that area. That's a bit ridiculous. I mean, there's no confluence for you to sell to that area in a bullish market, if that makes sense. If the market is trending upwards, you're going to follow the trend. You're going to wait for the pullback to occur and then catch the higher low, you know. So that's basically that way you would cut out a lot of your losses if you just purely stick to that. Guys, I mentioned this I think one of the other days as well. Overall, I'm still expecting the 45,000 mark to be hit, which is the all-time high up here. I've got it drawn out as well on the top. First targeted area, I would say, would be that area here. There's a daily fair value gap discounted area on this sell leg, which is sitting there, so it could potentially hit there as such, come back down a little bit and then give us another higher low before attempting that high. So yeah, that's another scenario to look out for. Supernev 99, how's it, bro? Hey, you're not here today. Should have been here, boss. Should have been here. Thanks. So sounds like patience is key. Patience is always key, guys. Patience and discipline. That's the name of this game. If you're not disciplined, you will not be rewarded. It's as simple as that. And discipline's the biggest reason why traders or beginners fail. Okay, so if we look at the 15, yeah, in line with our OB in that area. Time was this? Other London gap up. Let's go to 15.5 again. Okay, let me just read the comments here. So Mohammed Bayat says, if there is a pullback, how possible that it will just wick? What do you think it will? So that's like a 6 to 900 per pullback. This is not small, guys. This is quite significant. So if you're looking at price from this current high that we're at here, that's about to the area 600 to about 900 pips that we're expecting a pullback. If I don't get that, like I said, then unfortunately we missed the trade, and it is what it is. We'll wait for the next one. So whether it will, so in a case like this, we've got resting liquidity along this trend line. You can see prices created higher lows, 1, 2, 3 along that trend line, higher lows created, as well as this low, which is the higher low of London. So that's our London session, higher low, right? So in a case like this, we will most likely run this low and then wick into this area. So the 5-minute and 15-minute might have depending on how smooth price action we get at the time, we'll have a wick into this area on the 15 and then a move higher. Should we go up first? I'm not interested in getting in today. Price is in very high premium at this point. If you're buying, you know the story. We need to wait for discounted prices or price ranges to get in. Okay. Vanillin Play inspiration, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it. Dale, what's the next car you're looking to buy? I'm happy with my current one. But yeah, obviously we do have goals to reach, so we'll see when we get there. But yeah, for now I'm happy. What else? Let's take a quick look at S&P, guys, before the open. So I've got futures. Let's go to micro E-mini. Okay, so we're looking at this one. See if I have the other one here. Okay, so we'll use this one. And then we select. So you got to select the March 2025 delivery contract. That's the one we're looking at, guys. So it's micro E-mini S&P. I've added that there. Let's check. See, again, guys, I don't like. Do you see this whole mess here? I just don't like how these candles are cluttered against each other. Not exactly the cleanest of price action. Okay, again, exaggerated push up, no significant pullback. Same story like US 30. Very premium price at the moment. If you look at the daily, can you see we've got all these levels of unfilled imbalance. So down here, imbalance, next one up here. Ideally, those were the areas that we would need to have price pullback into. Shift up here. So your structural shift was here, and you had a run on these lows down here, right? So these two lows were your call it equal lows, and that was the shift above this high. If you drop down to the 4 hour, on the 4 hour time frame, we had, again, that's your major high. We had the shift. So before the run up, we had that sweep, we had a run up, and again, discounted area would have been down here, which is why I'm saying I need to wait for better sort of entries. Currently, we are way into the premium at this point. London low was here. The higher low of London was here. So again, there is an area here and an order block down here with these two. So I want to see price. I still want to see the same thing, guys. I want to see a sweep or a raid beneath one of these lows. Not looking good here, guys. This looks like it might even leave without us. But that's part of the game, guys. It's part of the game. If it does that, we've got to be content, and we've got to close your laptop, close your PCs, and come back tomorrow. Not every day are you going to get your ideal setup. Okay, let's check the chat. What are you guys trading? So Zaid says, what is your take on gold? Gold, where's gold? Gold. So looking at gold. Gold is again same story, just like the rest of the indices. We are currently way up. In order for us to be looking for those longs, we would need to wait for one of these areas here. You've got a nice fair value gap here. You've got an order block that sits here. So this is your order block here, your fair value gap there. You can see this fair value gap down here was already tapped into. So if you look closely, that one was tapped into here. So that was tapped into here, and we rallied up after that high was taken. So we took this high, came back into the fair value gap and rallied. Remember, price does only one of two things. So it's either going to take liquidity, which it did up here by doing that push up, and then come back into imbalance, to full imbalance. So it's either one. We're either going to take liquidity or we're going to full imbalance. So in this case, we had full imbalance, and then after we took the liquidity above this high, which will then mean that we will push for the next objective, which is to run a new high or a new set of liquidity, that being up here. So I would say if we can pull back into this area on gold, this is a 4 hour, so on the 4 hour time frame, if we can pull back into this area, I'd be more comfortable to look for a buy within that area to run the next external range liquidity. So everything, just so that you guys are clear, everything within this current range here is internal range liquidity. We have taken out all internal range liquidity currently, which means we are going to be running for the external range liquidity up here. High taken, that high was taken. So 1, 2, 3 was all taken in this push up. The next target would be your external range liquidity. And the reason for that was this previous higher low, this was the higher low, right? So there was obviously liquidity that was resting beneath it, right? So if you've got liquidity resting beneath that, there you go. If you've got liquidity resting beneath this low and that high, the main high and the main low becomes the new range, right? So we've taken external here by dropping down all this way. External range liquidity was taken. So the new liquidity, or the new range rather, becomes from the current high to that current low, and you can see everything between that high and low becomes internal. Does that make sense? I think US 30 will leave the chat. Blair, absolutely. US 30 is not playing with us today. Let's go back. How long have you been trading, sir? So I've been trading for the last 6 years. Yeah, six years or so. First 3 years was very bad, rough. But like everyone else, same sort of journey, guys. Your first 2 to 3 years without proper guidance is going to be tough, until you finally start reading the market in a way that you understand. Okay, so we've got some sort of reaction here. What's the time? So we still got like 23 minutes more, guys. 23 minutes more. Just a waiting game at this point. Let's see. It's a waiting game. Zahid says, yes, that was very informative, thank you. Cool, appreciate it, man. Jutran says, I'm in my second year trading and the markets be hitting me hard sometimes, but I just have the fire in me of not giving up on trading. Exactly, man. That's the number one sort of trait that you need to have as a trader. No matter how hard it gets, you can never give up. There's going to be tough days. I have tough days even till now. But it's how you bounce back from those tough days and how you manage yourself mentally that matters. Because as a trader, if you give in to your sort of greed and your emotional side, it will really affect your trading. So have a target per day, stick to your strategy, stick to one strategy, one pair. You don't see me hopping from US 30 to NASDAQ to gold to whatever. I trade US 30 and I've mastered it in a way that I understand it and I sort of know how it moves. So develop that relationship with one pair and I promise you will go a long way in your trading. But on the days where you are down or on the days where you get hit by the market, the key is to not sit there and try and revenge it and try and trade again or try and take another trade, because most of the time you're taking that second trade based on thinking the market's going to do something when it's not, because you're in a position of desperation to make back your money that you've lost. Whereas if you've lost 2% for the day, that's fine. 2% down for the day. You come back on the next day, follow your same rules, your same strategy, your same entry criteria and whatnot. And on your winning days, you're going to make that 4% back. So whereas if you give in on the day that you take the loss, you're going to now sit there and lose 10%, because you're chasing a trade that's not exactly there. So admit that you were wrong, admit that you saw the wrong setup, and move on from that. Close your laptop, move on. A full of 44,310 would be good to get that discount. Yeah, I was looking at 320, that area, but yeah, definitely into 310 hopefully would be good. Okay. What else? Who's new here to trading, guys? Who's new? Who's new in the game? And who's here long? Like 3 years plus and still hasn't seen a breakthrough? Let me know, guys. So DCL X Venom says, I am new. Okay. How new are you? Under a year? How's your trading been going? How's your journey so far? Dale says 7 months new. Okay, not too bad. Zaid says I'm new. Okay. Uh, it's okay. Let's say earning 500 rand or 1,000 rand. I got, yeah, that's fine. I mean, if you making 500 rand a day, I mean, we all had to start somewhere, guys, including myself. And I'm sure a lot of other guys are out there as well. You know, we started with small targets per day, slowly build your capital. You know, if you make 500 or 1,000 rand a day, let's say you make 1,000 rand a day, that's 20,000 rand a month or 22,000 rand a month, trading 5 days a week. You know, let's say you have 3 or 4 bad days in a week, right? So from 3 or 4 bad days in a month. So from 20, if your target's a grand a day and you're supposed to make 22 grand, but you've lost 4 days in the month, so you're sitting at 18,000 rand for the month. That's 18,000 that you never had, that you've made basically in 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day, you know, worth of effort and work, because you're not really putting in hard work for that money, guys. So grow that consistently, and over time those profits will add up. Then you can fund your account with like bigger amounts, 50k, 100k accounts, and then you've got actual leverage on the market, you know what I mean? Because your account size is bigger, you can make more money. You'll also be open to more risk at that point, because you know, you believe in your strategy, you've back tested your strategy. Your strategy has a win rate of 70-80% or whatever the case may be, you know. Then you've got, you know, confidence behind you. So focus on that and forget about, like, yes, it might seem small, 500 rand a day or 1,000 rand a day for now, but over time, you know, it will grow. You know, your journey is not going to end at 500 rand a day, no. So U squared says 5 years, still waiting for that breakthrough. 5 years is a long time not to have gotten your breakthrough yet. The only thing I would say is perhaps, you know, maybe it's not your strategy, maybe it's, you know, your psychology and external factors that are maybe affecting your trading. So maybe, you know, focus on what you're doing outside of trading. That tends to play a role in your mindset while you're actually trading as well. How long did it take you to be a profitable trader, Lutho M? So it's taken me 3 years of my journey. Like I said, I'm in it for about 6 years now. 3 years of it, you know, it was rough. 2.5 years was rough, and then between the 2.5 to 3 year mark was when I started seeing a change, and it was only because I made changes in my, you know, in my approach to trading. So, and changes, I mean, like things like, you know, sticking to one pair, you know, sticking to one strategy. I started journaling my trades. I started recording what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. I started analyzing that data. And I think that's where, between the 2.5 to 3 years, that's where, you know, I could understand what worked for me, what didn't work for me, and what I needed to change mentally in order to get to that state of profitability and consistency. But you cannot get to that without journaling, guys. You have to journal. I've back tested and journaled years worth of data, you know, and it's part of the work that you need to put in to develop your strategy, you know. So yeah, enough of all that, guys. We're almost time now. It's 14 minutes more. Is this analysis for US 30? Yes, it is. Can you explain order blocks, Safwan? Yeah, so I will do a separate video on that. I'll put something out at a later point. For now, we were just breaking down what we anticipating for today's New York session open. One of the things Jutran says one of the things I struggled with was jumping from peer to peer last year, and now I'm just focusing on USD JPY and GBP USD. 100%, man. If you can do, you'll be doing yourself a world of favor by just sticking to those two pairs and those two only. Forget about everything else. Forget about social media and what the next person is trading. If you develop that relationship with that one pair, stick to that one pair. All right. So, there's that in that area. This is NASDAQ, guys. I'm just checking something quickly. Oh, that was S&P. This is NASDAQ. Okay, so you can see we've got a 30-minute fair value gap in this area as well. Previous one down here on the 30-minute was tapped into, so we had respect to this one. Yeah. That was a clean entry there earlier. Let's check the 1 hour. Okay, interesting. So you remember that 5-minute area that I showed you guys earlier on the where we had the fair value gap and we had the order block? That actually resides within the 1 hour fair value gap as well. That's the 1 hour there in that area there. So I do believe that's a good area, a good enough area for us. We just need price to pull into. Okay, so what are you guys looking at? What are you guys trading? Remember, this is not financial advice and any of that sort, guys. I'm not telling you guys where to buy or where to sell or any of that. I'm basically breaking down the trade that I'm going to be entering if I do enter it. So I'm not giving any advice here. It's a breakdown of my trade that I am taking today. Hey Never, you still there? Hit me with a message in the chat. Should have pulled through, bro. I'm here, broski, you know it. Hey, nice one, nice one. This thing is playing, yeah. Needed to come down. What's the time? 23, so that's 7 minutes more. Okay. See what happens here. Okay, so again, similar to what we saw yesterday, I would ideally want to see this being flipped. Should we not have a run down into this area, then the 1 minute time frame, I want to see this being flipped and a new fair value gap created as an inverse FEG above this current one. Then I'd be a little bit more comfortable getting in on a high risk trade. But yeah, let's see what happens now. Yeah, so someone say, Dainton says, nice short off the 5 minute break, but equal highs. So I don't want to say go short or anything, because going short when there's liquid that's resting above here is not a good idea. These are your two relative equal highs. Ideally we want to see it run down. It's about a minute and a half more, guys. There's it, guys. So there's the sweep. That's our sweep. Okay. Yeah, there's it. I am gonna go long, guys. Can enter a dummy here. It's hovering. Ish. Okay, so we're actually pulling into still in it. Yeah, so I've entered a dummy in longs. I'm going to be watching this area because we could potentially still smack into this area, and upon which I will add. Okay, so we're in the 5 minutes. Ish. Bit of a big pullback here today, guys. If we break here, I'm gonna be closing it. Let's see, that's this one. I'll tell you guys if I'm adding. So I want to see some shift here. That would be a confirmed sort of area to get in on. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna add. If you add it as well here, your stop is on the slow, guys, or you can bring it to the slow here. at the moment it's playing. So we're still okay as long as the candles respect this area, guys. So I don't want to see it close below this FEG. If we get it close below the FEG, then yeah, that invalidates our setup and that would take us out. Yes, it's refusing to give a good push from here. It's done this yesterday as well, where it took forever to give that run up. Come on. Oh, unbelievable. Nasdaq pushed up, guys. Nasdaq had done the push. S&P and US 30 seems to be sluggish. Still waiting, guys. As long as we hold in this area, we should be okay. Let's check Nasdaq again. Nasdaq's still up there. Okay, we seem to be going. Come on. No, it's not looking too good because if we break this area, I'm gonna be out. This close is important, very important. So we need to close. We really have to close above and not invalidate this FEG. Yeah, Dow hunting some SL, absolutely there. We're all waiting for that push, but it's been playing here, guys. Okay, seems to be picking up some momentum. We need to close above this high, guys. Ideally, we want to see it close above that high, the 1 minute high. And I'd be much more comfortable in this. that's looking cock. That's looking bad. Super nerve. Let me call my uncle Donald. Hey, we need him right now, man. No jokes. We need him. I don't know why it's so sluggish today, guys. It's like just hovering. And look at Nasdaq. Nasdaq's running here. It's weird, very weird. Yeah, absolutely, Nev. It's enticing sellers. Yeah, 100%. Did it yesterday as well. Did the same thing where it was sluggish, and then eventually, like later on, moved. It's annoying when it does that. There we go, guys. Finally, yo. Pushing up nicely now. Okay, finally some blues, guys. Okay, your bottom positions should be up nicely now. 300 odd pips. My dummy position is gonna come about blue. So when we get to entry on the dummy, I'm gonna close that one. They've just update the chat of the group for me, man, please. Okay, it's good that we broke this high. We've got a new 1 minute FEG sitting here. Yeah, so we should get a good push here. So take profit, guys. Obviously, we're targeting the first high, which is here, 44,411. That's my target, first target. Second target would be my 1:2, which would be down here. I would say that would be your safer target. This runner, I'm going to close at entry as soon as we get there. That was, that dummy, that was just a dummy position that I entered up here after that sweep at the open. Yeah, you see, US30 is a bit slow today, man. Very sluggish. This is Nasdaq. Nasdaq rocketed for the open today. Look, that was the open candle here. So that's done about 1,000 pips plus at the moment. It's just this one it's been quite slow. It's moving the same like it did yesterday. Very similar. Took its time, and then later in the morning session started pushing up. Azar, that's TP on trading view price, not your broker price. If you look at the chart, it's 44,411 on trading view. We're looking at the micro E-mini Dow Jones Industrial Average Futures contract chart, March 25 delivery. There was a 5-minute FEG here, guys, the new one that was created at this area. I'll just draw it out for you guys. That one there. Just want us to climb up so that we can move our stops to entry on the bottom position. Okay, looking good, need to carry on. Yes, yes. What on earth is that? Go. Mag says, is there a reason you use the futures contract chart and not something like Oranda? I've explained this earlier on in the live. Please scroll back and watch it. Okay. Oh, Nev, they're about 300, yeah, 300 odd pips. That was the entry. Okay, some resistance forming up here, but we should break through in the next couple of candles, hopefully. Let's take a look here. Let's take a dive. Okay, looking a lot more promising. A decent close above this key level. Oh, there we go. There we go, guys. That's almost 500 pips on the bottom position. Let's see. So I've got. I'm gonna close out this dummy now. The top dummy here. Second. Okay. Top dummy is closed. I'm gonna leave this one with my. This is my main position. You can bring your stops to entry because you've already hit 500 pips up here, guys. Secure something so that you've got a bag and leave your runners for the final TPs. But yeah, drop a W, guys. Drop a W in the chat if you took this, if you took it with me, and if you've made some blues or secured some blues. A bit of a rough day today. Gonna trail this stop. Okay, so we set a break even here. And we're gonna let it run for this high here. There we go. That's how many pips is that? Oh. So that was 600, I think. Yeah. Remember, that's break even there. Okay, W's, guys. Drop some W's in the chat if you're in that. If you've partialed out, let us know. But yeah, I'm gonna drop off. You should be good to hold to TPs. It's obviously risk-free at this point. Okay, peace out, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, secure that bag, guys. Secure the bag.